Good day all, welcome to our batch of broiler chickens. As you can see now, they are now fully feathered, so we're entering into their third week. So this is actually the third week that we are entering into. So right now we are feeding them grow up meal, and as always, as I say, that these chickens grow well if you give them an environment for them to strive, making sure that they have got enough, they are heated enough when you need to heat them, they are cooled enough when they need to be cooled. Like right now, it is cloudy, there is not enough heat outside, so they will be wanting to group together. And if you see them grouping together, that means that they are feeling cold. If they are spaced out, as you can see where they're all spaced out, it means that there is enough heat. So you need to make sure that it is warm when it needs to be warm, and it is cool when it needs to be cool. So this is very, very important when it comes to broilers, and always to make sure that they have a lot of food. One, their food never really runs out, and two, there is always water that you are giving them, because they eat, the consumption of feed that they'll be consuming means that they will be needing a lot of water to be drinking. So this is where we are. This is our batch for January. This one should be ready almost around the 28th of January. This is when this batch of chicks will be ready for slaughter. And as what we are seeing right now, it has been doing well. Then again, I don't know if it's a virus or something, but these chicks were also affected. This is actually, I think, the most mortalities we've ever had so far since we've started this project of broiler chickens. We have had altogether 10 which have died in a very short space of time, which is not very common for our broiler chickens that we do. We've never had any deaths of that kind of figure, but it happens. We just make sure that as much as possible you try to find out what is causing your birds to die. Sometimes they say that what happens is that, yes, when a bird dies, you then say you may not have money to go to the vet to get it done, because you're also struggling for the amount of money. But it's also then just good to open up, look at a few things. The things that we always say that you should look at is, one, inside the gullet, is there food inside there? If there's nothing, then there's a certain disease. You also look at the liver. There's the coloration of the liver, certain colors. But this is what you then need to then Google and learn for yourself as best as you can. It's not about you being an expert, but it's just about you then learning to just find out what are the problems that your chickens will be facing. And once you get to learn those chickens, you will know what medication to always help. But if you can have an extension officer who can visit you, who does not charge you, the better. If you don't, find someone who you can talk to over the phone and at least give you a guideline. Sometimes I believe that where you actually buy the chickens, if you call them up, they will give you information of what could be the cause of what death and what is causing you to lose your chicken, and they would actually be helpful. And within that learning curve, you will then be able to stop the mortalities of those deaths. So you just need to keep on learning as you go along. You never know. This business is not about knowing everything. It's about learning as you go along, and the more you learn, the better it is. But for the size where they are and where they are at currently, I am very happy. We know that they are growing into the sizes that we want, and we will just keep on monitoring, feeding them until they get to where we need them to get. Well, this is the first video for 2025 for our chickens, and this is where we are currently with these chicks. And we're just making sure that we get them to where we need them before the end of the month, so that we are ready for sale. Well, thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you for liking. And those who have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you and have a good day.